Hi, everybody. I was going to finish this week by talking about arsenic. And we do discuss this in the module, but I just wanted to really bring it to your attention because, we actually are in this country, with the exception of Michigan, Flint, Michigan, we're actually pretty fortunate compared to other countries in terms of the cleanliness of our drinking water. Obviously, I've talked about the fact that we need to be mindful of it, but there are parts of the world where terrible, terrible, terrible hazards exist in drinking water. And Bangladesh is probably the prime example of this, where because rural communities were advised to no longer get their drinking water from the urban areas directly because of contamination, they drilled shallow wells. And this here shows an example of a shallow well. And these shallow wells tapped into an aquifer that was laced with arsenic. And arsenic is a carcinogen, and as a result of these shallow wells, 43,000 people in Bangladesh die every year of arsenic-related illnesses, and millions and millions and millions of people are affected by this. So millions of people are affected by arsenic in their drinking water. This illustration here shows kids playing by a shallow well in Bangladesh, and so it affects children even more than it affects grown-ups, and it is a terrible, terrible hazard. Symptoms: the most telltale symptom are lesions on the hand, but sometimes people can be impacted by arsenic poisoning and not show these symptoms, and they just show up at a later stage with cancers and other illnesses. So it's a really, really big problem. The government, it's become very political. There's been a lot of blaming, name calling, and the government has actually invested in drilling deeper wells, but now there's evidence that some of these deeper wells can be contaminated as well. So it's not a problem that's going away. And when we look at Bangladesh, we can see the percentage of water wells contaminated with arsenic. And you can see in the southern part of the country here, it's really, really high. 80 to 100% of these shallow wells are contaminated with arsenic. So it's a really, really pervasive problem in Bangladesh, but also it's a problem that's spreading in India, in West Bengal, in other parts of India. There's a high hazard here for arsenic in groundwater. You can see these areas here, and there's also becoming a problem in China. So I just thought I would share that at the end of the week, that even though we have issues with our groundwater, it's nothing like as perilous as in other parts of the world.